Staring at it all the time. The way the colors popped off, the black was striking to me. I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, and I used to take it out of the closet where he stored it, and I'd stare at it for a while, and then I'd put it back. My father knew I was messing with it, but he never said anything at the time. I didn't really know the meaning of the picture, but ironically, the picture had a lot of significance to what I would find myself doing later in my life's journey. I once met a man on a block who immediately captivated me. "Peace, my brother," the man said. "Yo, I'm trying to get back to my oasis." I never heard nobody speak like that. I got the sense that he was wise and sincere. He said he needed some money to get on a train to go back to Queens. I had about $3 in my pocket, and because of the way he spoke, I gave him everything I had. Years later, I realized I had been tested by Allah. I had met a brother with knowledge of self, and my test had been to recognize him. A few years after that, I met a brother named Saquon, who just moved into the neighborhood. He had knowledge of self and an inner calm I admired. He let me know that I had to get enlightened and I had to obtain it myself. He put me on a path to righteousness. He showed me the lessons that we 5% call 120 degrees of life, which are used to reach knowledge of self. Studying Islam made me more cerebral and more conscious of the underlying meaning of things. It showed me how to read in between the lines of what I saw around me and analyze everything a little deeper. I was immediately attracted to it. I could tell that this was the path. It gave me a sense of who I was and what I should be doing. It became my guide for life. I studied the lessons by myself all the time. Most people have someone to help them learn the lessons. But I didn't want someone over me like, a boss or a father. I was doing this to take on a new leader. I wanted to liberate myself. This, I thought, would help me become my own man, in control of myself and my destiny. I was constructing my true identity. Because it was hard to work my way through all the lessons by myself, it took a while. The dictionary became my best friend. I had my nose in it every 10 seconds to comprehend what I was reading. But the more I read, the more I grew, and the more I learned the importance of telling the truth to myself. Islam taught me to have a more honest relationship with myself. Gaining knowledge of self means having a complete understanding of who you are and where you fit in this universe. When I sat and thought deeply about myself, I uncovered that I am a monument builder. I create big, historic things. I'm a person who has knowledge and wisdom. I'm no better than anyone else. We're all the same. And there's always room for improvement. This self-understanding led me to believe if I focus my thoughts, I can develop my natural abilities into becoming a mathematician or scientist. And this natural inclination could help me be a better rapper, a means through which I can construct monuments within listeners' mind. And in the process, of course, I could be a better person. Islam made me want to live up to the expectations of being thoughtful and righteous. Islam set me up to become the MC and the independent man I wanted to be. If I hadn't gotten into Islam and acquired knowledge of self, I would have been a guy from the block talking street trash. I would have been part of the problem. Islam pushed me to be more thoughtful about the world and what I was putting into it. The name Kid Wizard no longer reflected the person I was. So I turned the word Wiz into a righteous name, and I became Wise Intelligence. Once again, I had a name I had to live up to. But after a few months, I changed it again. Islam was becoming more and more of a presence on the streets of Wyandanch, and people were adopting some of the practices and exploring some of the teachings, though not always converting fully or committing themselves to the faith. My brother Stevie wasn't studying Islam specifically, but he did temporarily assume the name Rakim. One day he wrote the name on the sidewalk, and at first, I just liked the way it looked. Later, when I thought about choosing a name, I decided on Rakim.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.